Today, we're back again with an interesting episode which will be entertaining, just like our guest does entertain us as well. We have a special guest today. We have Gilbert Mphatso Moyo, who is here with us. He's a Vice President of Film Association of Malawi. He's also a writer, he's a producer and actor as well. So this guy is very interesting because ever since we've been watching my movies, my series and whatnot, he's been there behind the scenes, either writing or producing this particular film. So it's very interesting to have Gilbert here. Gilbert, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much. Wow, what an introduction. I'm like, is that me?
Yes, that's you.
Even one of my very best.
Thank you very much.
But surely, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so as you can see, we have Yeo as well, one of my co-hosts as well. She's always here with me. So welcome aboard. Feel free.
Welcome. Exactly.
So Gilbert, welcome along. I know good it's been a journey with Impagana Panoba Kumafika Banka produce my movies, my series, or they are mainstream, Kumalawi, or they are well decorated, they're able to see we have an industry in there too.
Yeah.
Can you tell us your story? We have to know Gilbert, where does the story of Kuyamba production in Pagavan, Kofika Menedi, how did it begin?
Well, I always say, it began with my grandmother and my mother.
Okay.
Good enough, my parents used to take us to the village. So we used to sit around the fire, and my paternal grandmother used to tell us folk stories in Tano, in Chichewa. So because they had no pictures, we used to imagine in our head. And apart from my grandmother, my late grandmother, it was my mother. My mother is a secondary school teacher. She used to teach in the primary school, English that time. And she's a storyteller, so she used to tell us stories. So earlier on, we never had TV at our home, so she was the one entertaining us, telling us stories. So yes, so she was the one who brought the culture of storytelling into my life. So when I went into secondary school, I also saw that my elder sister, firstborn, was into drama. She did ATEM, so I decided to follow into her footsteps.
Wow, that's interesting.
I think like my siblings usually they have a lot of motivating.
Because as a child you imitate those who you see.
That's true.
So that started the journey, and when I went to Madisi Secondary School, started acting, and our drama patron, told us to write stories, everyone to write stories. So I wrote. He said he loved it, and then I've never looked back.
So that has been an encouragement.
Yes, it was an encouragement. And in secondary school, when I was writing English, MSCE, I was writing short stories, not business letters, not friendly letters. So each and every test, my teachers would encourage me. So, of course, English, you're so good at
but at least it got you somewhere.
Yes, it got me somewhere. So I went to college, university. That's where I think I was given the opportunity to shine in terms of writing, in terms of acting. So I was part of a group called the Polytechnic SCOM Drama before it became MUBAS. People were busy with school, so they left me all the writing. So I wrote many plays. So it was there after just finishing. We shot our first movie, which I will not mention here because I'm ashamed of it.
You might as well mention.
You can mention it. We should be able to also witness the growth and appreciate it.
It is on YouTube. It is called Day of Remission.
Okay.
Day of Remission. So we shot it. Hastings Golosi, who directed Apongozi and was working with the Gifty Sukari. That's where I met him. We were college mates, and we were in the same drama drama club. So he was in that one as well. So yeah, it's there. It's on YouTube. It's called Day of Remission. You watch it.
Yes, we watch it.
Yeah, so from there, then we did a film with a friend, Aram Nyondo, who I also met in college, called Dipolatu. We collaborated with the Kama Mbaula. He's a renowned videographer, filmmaker. Trend he's shooting, and he's good at documentaries as well. So we collaborated on that.
Interesting.
Then from there, because of that connection with the college mates, we did, after we released that, we did a film called 16 Bars 1. People in Area 36, because I stay in Area 36, my friends, we say, let's do a movie about music. So we were playing, we shot it, I directed it. It was on YouTube. Then after seeing that, I was ashamed of the movie. I stopped directing. But looking back at it today, I feel like we, at the level that we were, we did a good job.
Exactly.
Then the friends who were at college saw that that's Gift Sukari and Hastings Golosi. They said, we have a story. That's where the story of Fatsani was coming in.
Very nice. So,
Interesting.
You've been shaped into path yoguri and twambiri and aloguri. The Aukulangiza guri, this is something that you can do.
Yes.
Chintu yoguri you're good at.
Yes.
Quite way growing up. How do you feel good is not banga shape you? Having people that are there to support you, how did they shape your future?
I've always had that support. My siblings, my parents, my mother. Of course, there's an interesting story about my mother, despite her being the foundation of my storytelling. When I wrote my first MSCE, that was, I think, in 2016. Is it 2006? Yes. 2006, I wrote my first MSCE. So I got 7 points. And you know, 7 is just a mere pass. You cannot go to university with that. So I was instructed to repeat Form 4.
Okay.
So I went to a private school, but my mother insisted I go back to Madisi Secondary School. So the only advice my mother gave me, stop drama. Well, I disobeyed her.
Never got disobeyed, but
but
look at you, here we are.
Here we are. But afterwards, she's been supportive, and my parents, my father, my mother have always been supportive, provided I've been having good grades. But I also made sure that I was able to balance. And also, my sibling, my younger sister, her name is Pempo, when we were launching Fatsani, and my elder sister, the one I was talking about, Nelia, the one who inspired me to start acting, she came to the Fatsani premiere, she bought a ticket. So that support has always been there in my family. So they know what I do, they support what I do, so they are proud of me. So it's been support always. So I've not faced a situation where maybe these typical Nigerian movies where they say, no, don't do art, be a doctor, be this, be that. I've always had support, and I'm grateful that I've had a good support system among my siblings, my parents, and my other relatives.
So if we go back a little bit, kujogera ku Mobas, which was Polytechnic back then.
Yes.
Did you just move from college within Damaliza my degree and then straight away unayambaza arts ikabena? Did you have something in between? Because usually we have perception yokuti ukankomaliza college tikayabve chito.
Yeah, that was a hard transition. That was a hard time for me. Because I think I was done with school in 2012. 2013 was the year I started applying. And you know, in the Malawian job market, you need to have experience. So for me, the experience that I had was the 3 months that I did internship at Cavalry Family TV back in Blantyre. So that was not enough for the companies. So what I did is to preoccupy myself with drama. So I never stopped acting with SCOM drama. We did a radio play. That's when we were also doing that movie, that first movie that I Don't Want You to Watch. So it was part of me killing time and seeing to say, okay, I am loafing, I'm not doing anything. What do I have to do? So I was writing and I was collaborating with my friends who were still in college back then. So so it continued.
Yeah.
So I think from your background, you have explained I think you studied journalism and you have worked as a TV presenter.
Yes.
Palantona got anapita ndithu anapanga journalism. Zoma amaganize yonto noti akangoleko school kuja. Ndikagwira ntchito ndipite ku Zodiac
times
komano aliso ndi ma talent ena omwe amukupanga align with their journalism background. Anthu ngati amenewo, what mina advice can you give them? Kutengeraso ndi mmene community yathu imapangira amafuna kuti anthu azingogwira ntchito basi azingolembedwa ntchito ndachinyamata ngati amene amene akuganiza amene sakuonera panopa mwina, what can you advise them?
Journalism is very interesting. Fayoti anthu amangona ngati kuti ndikulemba nkhani kapena kukhala pa TV, kukhala pa wireless, koma pali zambiri and fajake ndimayikonda journalism. Faima kulola kuti ndi luso lako upite nalo patsogolo. Ineyo ndinatseguka mutu. I think nthawi imeneyo ndili third year kunena kuti I think I was meant to do journalism because TV and luso la acting and luso la drama zimagwirizana kwambiri.
Yes.
Ineyo ndimasankha journalism. Ndinayisankha ngati third choice mata college amatha kukutenga and ananditengani. So I didn't feel like kuti ndi course kapena ndi program yomwe ndingachite nayo bwino mmoyomo. Komano it was in third year when I accepted it and I fully embraced it. And when I did embrace journalism, my grades improved because I knew where I was going. So as someone who is studying journalism, you need to be open. Because journalism can lead you to a lot of things and you need to discover who you are. What are your passions? Is your passion writing? Then you can be a writer. Is your passion public speaking? You can be a presenter. Do you act? You can be a dramatist. And we have seen a lot of people who make a lot of money through drama and they don't do anything else. So you have to allow your passion and what you are learning in school to allow you, to guide you. Because right now what I do full time is I am a script writer, I'm a filmmaker. So when you ask me what do I write, I'll say I write movies, I write documentaries, I write adverts. So adverts, advert writing, or what we call copywriting, and all these other skills you learn in class. But these other skills that I'm talking about, when we talk about drama, these are things that I picked up when I was in secondary school and so on and so forth. So you combine these and then they become an asset to you, because if someone say write something that is fictional, you write it. Write a documentary, you are able to write it. So so right now I'm able to survive. I am able to feed myself through drama. I write adverts, it brings money, I pay bills. So before that I was working with the Malawi Institute of Journalism as a lecturer. So sometimes this art thing, it becomes like let me call it a blessing. Because I was going to call it a curse. It pushes you to do it full time. So when the burden became so much, zinali ngati anthu mena abusa maneneo kuti ndinaitanidwa. So I never found peace. So I decided this year 2025 from 1 January I started operating full time, and it's been a good journey. So to that young person, you have that talent inside of you. You can do wonders with what you have.
I think usually and looking at the things that you have done, let's say for example TV, lecture and all of that. And when you look around, even on social media, and to shift and do something that you love. I'll tell you an example. From Ford. Let's say computer science. But due to my grades, it was a little bit difficult to win and think about Chanko. So in that particular time, what turned out was my dad, chifajori in the family, and try and be anapanga za accounting, is a business, whatever. They're like, takapangile ga accounting. Hey, I told him,
Marati when what is the kalimba ntima ndikumata kunena kuti naye isimbali yanga.
Exactly.
Wandikumbutsa nkhani mene okamba ndaona kwanthu anena kuti foti mu family mwawo kaya mwina munali manesi kaya munali anthu opanga zachipatala amapanga push to follow that path. Vazoto mukuja kupita umakapanga kosi nje umango lako. Umango lako. Fono ndiye uja simbali yake. Ndazimafunika di munthu uzidziwa wekha kuti neyo ndili good at what.
Exactly.
And then makola ajazithandizira so kupanga guide that career path. I think izinto zilamaenda choncho until me to talk masinta. Otherwise simabizota lowa jane yoti
yola and then umangozi chedwesa from time to time. All right, so as you're saying, how do you followed your passion? Unapanga za lecture and you're like, nah, this is not it. And then since it's a blessing, you ended up doing this full time. And here we are, you're a vice president now. Right? How did we get to go vice president? To figure go vice president in Malawi, we know more stuff about art. The reason why I'm asking this is I want people to appreciate out there. Kudi tikamagamba za art, yet?
Yes.
Chifwa usually palantwena mapanga underrated is into right? But I want people to appreciate how did you come up kutimpaka na kufika being a vice president from where you began now?
So I've been a member of Film Association of Malawi for a while. Sometimes I could pay my subscriptions, sometimes not due to some frustrations. I was seeing what was happening. So I thought that I was not a politician. Because this is a political position. People vote for you. Of course. So when votes are involved, politics. Of course. So it was an interesting journey. You know, you think that mainstream politics where people vote into each other, into government is the only politics that is out there. But in the arts, there is politics. And we were in an interesting time when we were campaigning for Film Association of Malawi Vice Presidency. So at first I didn't want to contest. But then there were squabbles in the industry. Some people wanted other people to contest, other people didn't want. So my friend Aram Nyomundo called me and said, for how long are you going to be outside? Can you throw yourself into the hat and practice so that you can influence things from the inside? I said, okay, I'm going to contest for vice presidency. But I was not going to contest because my predecessor, the late Ashukire Mwagisulu, we just laid him to rest. He was a close friend of mine. Yes, may his soul rest in peace. And he was someone that I looked up to. Then he said, I'm not going to contest. Then I said, if he's not contesting, then maybe let me contest. Then we started campaigning. It was a job. The power of delegates. But then people in the industry knew me as someone who is quiet, who is not political in nature. So they had trust in me. Then I was getting advice to say, can you endorse candidate A? Endorse candidate B. But then I decided to remain neutral because I knew if I maybe chose candidate B and candidate B lost, then I would also lose. Or if I endorsed candidate A and people who hated candidate A could not vote for me. So it was interesting. So what I did is I used my connections as a journalist. So I put out campaign materials to former students, to some other colleagues who wrote stories about me as an aspiring vice president. The power of connections. So that, power of connections.
There's often a be intentional.
You have to be intentional because these connections help you in many ways. So I did that, but I also knew that people would know rather that I am contesting, but game we makala wama delegates. So what I did is that we have a WhatsApp group for paid up members of Film Association of Malawi.
Okay.
So I took everyone's number and I started calling them one by one.
Wow.
So I said, my name is Gilbert Moyo. I'm contesting for this position. I don't want to burden you with my manifesto. I want to listen to you. What do you want to change? So people were able to express what they want to see changes. So I called everyone, almost everyone, because well, there are so many members.
Yeah.
So I did that, but also I had an amazing team. Some people came to volunteer to design posters for me, and it was amazing. So I did a campaign, a clean campaign, and I vowed that I don't want to pay anyone for votes, because I had heard that they are kingmakers.
Yeah.
There are people who are called kingmakers. You pay them, they give you your people. You know, there are influential people who have a certain group of people who listen to them. So if you convince them, they will tell their people to say, vote for this
one.
But what happened is that those kingmakers, they were by my side. They said, we like you. We are going to tell our people to vote for you. So there's one interesting story. Someone, a kingmaker, approached me. I want you to be the vice president.
The vice president.
And then during the last minute, the day before, I think 2 days before the polls, he said, you don't have to contest for the vice presidents. I want this one to be the vice president. You must go for another position. Because I don't like the guy who is in that position. I just knew that he has a new candidate.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that was in his favor. Anyway.
Yes, his favorite candidate. So come the day of polls, I was very, very nervous. They came together, they were dancing. They came with a Bluetooth speaker. I was like, yo, we are losing today.
I don't think I'm taking this position.
I don't think I'm taking this position. But then people started voting. And then unfortunately, I had to move away from the conference room at Golden Peacock because I had to meet the multi-choice people. We were planning for a series that they released this year, Pamango Lodge.
Yes, Paman.
So we went out of that meeting. Then I received a call.
You won.
Congratulations, you have won. I won by a single vote. So me and my closest challenger,
the gap was so narrow.
It was so narrow. So that's why I don't take people for granted. So I make sure that I serve with. I give the people what we promised. We promised a lot of things. We promised other things, that we are going to have regional chapters, because there is a perception, and if you ask people, they'll say that film is in Lilongwe. Because if you think about it, who are the biggest filmmakers now?
Of course, Lilongwe.
Except for Flora Suya, Shemu Joya, Isaac Misoya, who are based in Blantyre. But the films that have been trending have been from Lilongwe.
So maybe before you proceed, I think people don't even understand that we have a film association or industry. Maybe it's a few people. I mean, Mabanga follow, Mabanga understand. Maybe for those who are in the rural areas, so they would have an opportunity to watch this podcast. Maybe can you just explain what is it and how can someone become a member to that association?
Okay. So Film Association of Malawi is an organization that nurtures or that safeguards the film industry. So it was established in 2011 by Isaiah Sinkandawire and Crispin Viavzi, who was, he's late now, who was our first president. Now, the film is there to bring sanity to the industry, but also to hear or represent the concerns of the players in the industry, to powers that be, whether it be government or non-governmental organization. So it is a membership-based organization. For you to be a member, you have to pay 5,000 kwacha only. So you pay to our standard bank account, and then you fill a Google form, and after that you are a member. So there are a lot of benefits. One, it's the collaboration. It's easy to collaborate. And right now what we are doing as Film Association, we are establishing relationship with distributors of films. For example, we have Apollo Auditorium, which has just launched in Blantyre. So there is a memorandum of understanding with the film industry so that a member who has a film can have a partnership with them. We have a partnership with Ikweza, which is in Area 3. So if you have a film as a member of Film Association of Malawi, you can have a venue and showcase it at Ikweza. And the struggle of having venues is reduced. And also, if you have an issue with other people, disputes, we settle them in that way. So briefly, I can say that's the Film Association of Malawi.
So I was just trying to remember Apollo Auditorium. I've seen it somewhere. So yeah, usually I think Mabanga hosts a number of events in Blantyre.
Yes.
So I was looking at I have to know Rami Wahid, so he usually posts some stuff about certain events. Like, when there's something, Apollo. So many I'm like, okay, it's now making sense.
I see. That's quite interesting.
Yeah.
So all this information can be found on Google or on your website.
Yeah, we have a Facebook page, Film Association of Malawi, and we have a website. People who are outside, they have access to information through websites. So we have a website which is up and running. Sure.
Wow.
Okay, interesting. So, having worked with Film Association of Malawi, ever since you became a president, or Menona being a member as well, when you look at it, industry of Malawi, how are we progressing right now?
Well, it's a mixed bag because we are better than where we were in the past. Right now, you have films like Welcome to Maula Prison, feeling BICC, feeling Mount Sochi.
Of course, we'll get there. The films that you have helped. But
it is better, and you can see the quality is improving right now.
100%.
You see a lot of people shooting films, and right now we also have government organizations such as the Universal Services Fund and AMACRA giving funds to filmmakers. You have Kosoma giving funds, the copyright funds to filmmakers.
Interesting.
So I'm also a beneficiary of Universal Services Fund grant. That was before I became vice president. So I did a comedy called the Agent Limwado, which is on YouTube. So because of that grant, I was able to shoot that comedy, which is
the one you're
on
proud of. Mwango Chula, we know.
I'm proud of that one. Please watch it on YouTube.
We'll watch it.
Don't watch the first film. Yeah, so we are improving. We have access to funds. The film culture is developing. People are now able to collaborate more. We are still behind because there's still a mentality that a film, when it comes out, it should be released on YouTube. So
I think that's the mentality.
And
we forget at the end of the day, let's say Kunjaku, they have box office. Even South Africa, they have their own platforms.
Yes.
These particular things. So I think sometimes Antu, City Man Vesesa, Timangona Ngadi Gudimina. For example, Ngadi Menedi Moned Ramina Bino, Mina Temene. That's it. Zigungo color in that particular manner. But times are changing. I think even Panova or when Tikapita my creative industries, even Nyimbo Panova, people are trying to monetize as much as they can. Because it's a job at the end of the day.
It's a job.
And to cast your sage, your sage again. So it's actually very important.
It's very important.
I stopped you from explaining.
So you have brought an important point, and that's a challenge as well. When we come to Malawi, Facebook, YouTube, I don't know about TikTok, but they are not monetized. So when you look at Nigerians, each and every big actor or many big actors, they are shooting their films, they are posting on YouTube, and they are able to get money. If we can be able to monetize our YouTube and Facebook pages, you can see a lot of young people who are content creators. They can be able to earn a living through Facebook, YouTube, and people can be able to earn money. So now the world is becoming digital. Some people are eating and they are becoming celebrities because they are streamers. You know, we had Mr. Beast who came to Malawi.
Yeah,
we have people like I Show Speed.
100%.
Young people, they are earning a lot of money because they are just streaming.
Yeah.
So we need to digitize our economy as well as content creators or as creatives, even in the film industry. So we need to make sure that our economy, our film economy, should diversify how we make money. Because if that happens, smuzati vatu kulila kwambiri. Because nthawi zina timakhanga titukupemphetsa tithandizeni chanchani, like tithandizeni sponsorship. So people run away from us because we look like beggars. But if you enable these platforms to give us money, I think you see an empowered film industry and you see more quality coming in.
So ngatineo, for example, I don't know what it is modern, but how can you advise people to monetize these things? Because antwambiri they're not aware, number one. Number two, tikatengera ku Malawi kunoko to monetize something. Let's say, for example, YouTube, right? In your manga arts and Film Association of Malawi, right? And if YouTube, just for you to monetize, ku Malawi kunoko, it's very difficult to do that. Mwina iniyongara Film Association of Malawi, how do you expect anthu amene akupanga act, or maybe they're creatives, how do you expect them kuti mwina apange monetize their stuff? Or else now, how are you helping my creatives like in Malawi, Monga Film Association of Malawi? Kuti these platforms have to be available for Malawians as well. I don't...
It's a very good question, and we did March. I think previously when Gift Sukali was a president, we lobbied for the establishment of Heritage and Arts Council. So that bill went to Parliament. It was passed. I think it was even consented. I don't know if that's the right word, but anyway, the president then signed it into law, but I think it needs to be gazetted so that it becomes operational. So if that comes, the NAHEC law, and we have the NAHEC Council, it comes into fruition, that will be a game changer for the arts industry. Because number one, we'll be able to get funding from the government through that council, but also we'll be able to have a voice to negotiate with other players such as YouTube and Facebook, with one voice as artists. And it's not just looking at artists, but also the heritage side, so that we can keep our culture. So that's what we did. We are just waiting. We are hopeful that it is going to come to pass, because we know that the government loves us, and it loves artists.
I think it's something that we have to start pushing again now.
Yes.
The new government in place.
And we understand that the new government is prioritizing on food security and stuff. But and we are also praying and fasting as artists, so that the food security, we are food secure. That when we are food secure, we can say, now give us our council.
Exactly. Because when we look at this, the creative art, I can say the creative scope, right? It's one of those areas even to bring forex. It's underrated in a way. Komano imathandis are like so much.
Because people who earn money on YouTube and Facebook, they earn in dollars.
100%.
So if you connect that to your maybe local bank account, you are bringing forex. So if we are empowered in that way, would be able to bring a lot of forex. And of course, I know Kuti, how people monetize their pages. They have people living in diaspora. They partner with them, and that's how they are able to monetize their pages. But if you don't have a connection, it's then difficult. It's hard. But also I've heard stories of people who have been stealing money. For example,
the creators.
For the creators. You have a brother who is, or a sister who is living outside the country, and then you monetize your page using them. They earn the money, and they don't give you a tambala.
Yeah.
And then
I think it is in Gatawi just to learn about your career and
Yes.
before we go to Ntano Lab,
yeah.
you've been involved in movies and gap.
Yes.
And you have mentioned we can begin from, let's say, Fatsani.
Yeah.
You're involved.
Yes.
Welcome to Maula, you're involved.
No, I was not involved.
You're not involved.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so let's begin with Fatsani. It's an emotional movie when you look at it at some point.
Yeah.
What goes into your creative process when you're writing these particular movies?
Exactly.
So I want to take the viewer, the audience, into a journey.
Yeah.
I want them to feel. And the comments that I read when I go to YouTube on Fatsani, they say, I cried.
Because it's emotional.
It's emotional, yeah. Because without spoiling what the movie is all about, she comes from a scene where she's victorious. She defeats the authorities and people lift her as a hero. And then the next scene, she faces tragedy.
Yeah.
So people are crushed. So it's one way of emotional release. We want people to go through that process so that one way of entertaining people is that they should be able to cry a little, because if they cry, maybe they were hiding something, some trauma, they should be able to cry and then release that emotion. So I love those kinds of, or that kind of storytelling, that you lift a hero up and then people, they expect victory, and then you crush them. So I love doing that. So that it is an emotional journey. And if people can laugh, people should be able to laugh with the characters. So I want people to, I feel like film is where people should escape. We face a lot of things in this life.
Yeah,
We do.
True.
Yeah,
We do.
so when people watch films, they should be able to escape their realities and put themselves in the shoes of the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And you know, I just like the idea that you emanate like the real life situations of Malawian context, but also film. I think it's also a tool for shifting mindsets, but also just for learning, for people to learn. They feel like when they're watching, sometimes they relate to their lives, and then they can even change in some way. So I also wanted to understand how maybe you are planning in the future. You know how our culture sometimes imatipanga limit kaganizidwe and anthu timaona ngati kuti chifoti ambiri takuti amuna mumphawi, we cannot do greater things ngati my young people sitingabweretse chinthu china chake poyera ndikusintha miyoyo yathu ndikusintha dera lathu, dziko lathu ndikulisintha. Maplani anu ndotani unena kuti mwina mutamayikaso timafilimu tina tonena kuti tuluse maluso amene anthu ali nawo kuti asamaziyang'anire pasi.
That's great, because we have a great responsibility. I remember when I was young, we were listening to songs. They were always sad songs. So people were saying, do we all have to sing sad songs? And as filmmakers, we have the same responsibility to teach, to educate, to entertain as well. So yeah, we have those plans. We did a little skit. It did not go far. When we were doing, during the time of COVID, we did a skit. It was called African Mphatso Social Distancing Flight. If you did primary school in our local schools, there was an English poem, I think written by, is it Willis?
I think I remember it.
It was called
African Flight Number 1.
African Mphatso Flight Number 1. So ours was
a classic.
Yes, a classic. We wanted to interpret that classic and pass the message of COVID. It was the African Mphatso Social Distancing Flight.
Wow.
So it was just a story about witches, wizards. They were going to to do their magic. So they were observing 1 meter distance while riding the broom. Someone came to ride a broom, but that person did not wash their hands, so he was sent away.
Nice.
So maybe we over-imagined, so it did not go that far. But yeah, we tried to do that. But also, I remember working with the FHS, which was formerly called, I think PSI.
PSI,
We did a series called the Togololatu. We were in that we were teaching the young people about SRHR, teaching them about the sexual reproductive health.
I see it has 2 seasons as well.
Yes, we did 2 seasons of that. So we try, but I think the unfortunate part is that those things have to be funded. But I think as creatives, we need to think on our own to say, we need to be intentional to say, even without the funding of such organization, we have to empower people like they did in The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. It was an empowering story. Someone who is a villager is able to build a windmill, transform his village. And right now, William Kankwamba is someone that we can be able to talk about on this podcast. So someone who was a nobody and became a somebody. So I think we need to inject that kind of storytelling, positive storytelling, so that when people see that, they can be able to identify and change their behaviors as well.
Like he has done a lot of things. So when you look at this, like Fatsani, Wakampazatso Kololatu with PSI, they see you did CEO Joe series by Nico as well. Apongozi series, you have done that. Nyambo web series as well. There's just a lot. I think we can go about Zambia a bit. But looking at him, he's like he's young. He has a long way to go ahead, which is great as well.
Of course, I'm about to exit the youth bracket. I look young, but I am old. I turned 35 this year.
Yeah,
I can contest for president. I think according to the laws of Malawi. Ndinangu kupatsani ulemu, mwezi inaneso nditatenga jinthu chindata. But yeah, I'm grateful that I worked on a lot of projects, and I did that. If I compare to other people who came before me, they were able to produce films when they were much older than me. But I was able to do Fatsani, I think, when I was 31. Other projects. I shot my first film when I was 23. So, yeah. I've been grateful that through the connections, the social capital that I've been able to have, I've been able to create, and being a young person rather, I've always wanted to tell stories of young people, how they struggle and how they can be bold and how they can project themselves and how they can make it. So that I still feel that I am young, even though I'm 35. Sometimes I feel like I refuse to grow up. But anyway, yes, I'm still young, so that's fine. So that catalog of films that I did, it's because of the connections, and people saw that I was able to work professionally with other people. So that professional and work ethic that was associated with me was communicated to other people. So that word of mouth is very, very important. So after doing Fatsani, I did not become so proud and say, no, I did Fatsani and this and that. I was able to work with everyone. So I knew that a client can come from anywhere else. So I'm able to work with up-and-coming filmmakers and also established filmmakers. I have been able to work with the Shemu Joya in a graphic novel called the 14th Century Africa. It's a novel with pictures, or what they call comic book, something like a comic book. So it's a story about the Mansa Musa's Africa in the 14th century, what Africa was like. Shemu Joya was able to work with me, and Impilo Mizere was able to work with me in that project just because they knew that I have a good work ethic. I work hard. So you need to build that work ethic because character goes a long way.
Yeah.
So good behavior goes a long way. You don't have to puff yourself up. You have to stay grounded so that you get all the jobs that you can get.
That's actually
That's
true.
interesting.
So from your catalog now, I want to know how many things were you able to ship outside of the country now? This into Zingati. Some ways I to look out of Malawi.
Out of Malawi.
Yeah.
Well, Fatsani, because we were able to screen it in Zambia and it was able to be on Showmax, which is a digital platform by Marty Choice. Apart from that, it was the second film to represent Malawi at the Oscars. So each and every year, a country is given a chance to select a film that will represent them at the Oscars. For that year, it was Fatsani. The first film was Shemu Joyous, The Road to Sunrise. So the second one was Fatsani. We've never had another film submitted to the Oscars since then. So of course it never made it to the last list, but you are able to say, okay, at least you can put it on your CV and say, okay, I had a film that represented Malawi to the Oscars.
At least there's something happening in Malawi.
So Fatsani number 1. Number 2, Kulemela. It was a DSTV project. I was brought in as a writer. They did 1 season. Number 3, Pamango Lodge, which was shown this year on DSTV as well. So it was shown on Zambezi Magic, and a lot of people across the SADC region, they were able to watch it. So Fatsani, Kulemela, Zambezi Magic, these are the films that we managed to export. And of course, Marty Choice, when they commission your product, they bring dollars. So that's why we are saying, if we empower the film industry, you can be able to bring for it.
That's true.
So let the policies be favorable so that companies like Marty Choice, Azam, or many other companies can be able to bring the dollars into this country. Sure.
Interesting. Yeah, that's something to be proud of.
I'm proud. I'm kind of going speechless now. I'm just excited.
That's something to be proud of, because Kudu to listen agent from Malawi to go mainstream could be there in other countries as well. Yeah, it's something big. Zambia and to the mango bangas and to Zambia. We also have to think of hey, how can we go? So I think the other thing is Ntano Lab. I was looking at some. What is Ntano Lab actually?
Ntano Lab is made excuse me. No. It is made up of 2 words, Ntano, folktale, and lab, a laboratory.
Okay.
So we wanted to experiment with stories. As a writer, as a creative, many other people, we want to be safe. Because, the market there, it is brutal. If you produce a film that is not good, Malawians know how to talk on social media. They talk. So for me, we created Ntano Lab so that we can experiment with storytelling. So if we see that there is a kind of storytelling that is new, that we can incorporate and fuse it with our own folk tales and our local setting, we should be able to do that. That's why we were able to do this series called Agent Limwado, a situation comedy. Because if you look at situation comedies, the way they do it outside, maybe it is set in one house, in one school, in one office, just one location.
Usually.
So I'm like, why don't we do that here in Malawi? That maybe it's just inside the house. One comedy done inside the house. So we were able to do that, and of course there were some negative and positive comments, but overall people loved it. So people were able to say, so I've learned as a creative not to be afraid of negative comments and constructive criticisms, because that's how you grow. Because if people say positive things about you every day, you are going to be proud and you are going to meet, you are going to miss the mark.
I'm good.
But if people say, "Kodi is it makes you think, it makes you improve, and the next product that you bring out, it becomes better. So it sharpens you in a way. So Ntano Lab is just to experiment with the local storytelling.
Okay. So Mabangira now indoors. That's how you typically do it. The Mango Center, the setup and whatever.
Yeah, for this comedy, yes. So for the other things that we did, for example, 16 bars 1 and 16 bars 2, it's your typical film where you have it happens outside, it happens inside, it happens Bajiwaya.
Yeah,
it
so
happens
I was
everywhere.
basically looking at Nkati Jimenez also. Let's say you're making your comedy, Komanondia indoors. It's not that common in Malawi,
Yes.
that we do that.
Yeah.
Usually, you go Hollywood and they set up an entire thing. We know.
Interesting.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think I've ever thought of stuff like that before.
Yeah.
Could you have a warehouse, people can come in. Abanga set up where we know. So I find it interesting and more creative because it doesn't limit you to a specific setting.
Yes.
Koma, you can imagine your own setting and then create it on your own.
Yes.
Let's say, for example, Ubanga setting in their room, their neighbors or roommates or somewhere, something like that.
The same.
Exactly. You don't have to hire and disrupt his into What you do is you just create a setting according to your own thing. So it's just interesting. I think I would have to check it out and see. Series are you done with it or it's still going?
We did 4 episodes. We were funded for 4 episodes by Universal Services Fund, which is a organization under MACRA. So we did that. It was nominated for Cape Maclear Film Festival, Viewers' Choice Awards, or the awards that people vote. Now it has been nominated for Maso Awards. So if you are watching and you're a Maso Awards voter, vote for me.
Please go ahead.
Zarwa campaign. Yeah. But anyway, we did 4 episodes. Would love to continue. Everyone would love to continue, and that's what our fans have been asking us, and that has led to the growth of our Facebook page, the Agent Limwado Comedy. Because before Agent Limwado, we had 17,000 followers. But by just posting the clips, right now we are sitting at 75,000 followers. So it showed that people received. So we are hoping that we are going to continue it. But if we don't, we are grateful that we are able to experiment with our storytelling, and we are grateful that people were able to laugh to our childish jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
Munali anthu amasewera fishi mene mwende anthu amadamota banja lota lilosewera fishi.
Hey, I think definitely these are the things that we are supposed to be doing. I remember even za indoors omwezi. Ndaonera boti zinto takungati. I think cultural center somewhere there.
Yes.
Pamakhala kanyumba ndithu koti kakumuzi kacha ka setting kamakhala kuti kakumuzi chonchi komano it's something that is happening like indoors and looking at them kuti they're now doing things like this. It's motivation. I think Antwambili they have to adopt to this because it's not like we have a lot of places that we can like let's do this. These are the things that we have to explore and look forward to. Okay. So Ntanola Bimene, what do you want it to do in the future? Maybe, probably, and what do you want to achieve in the near future?
The vision is to build a film studio.
Okay.
To have that big warehouse that you were talking about.
That's the thing.
Yeah, to have that big warehouse where people can shoot some other stuff inside there. Have a green screen where fapa nopa amanga kumene bridge yali longwe. So sunga pulitse. But you have to simulate inside a green screen and some other things zomwe timayesetsa kuti tipange zimakanika because we don't have one place. But other people komanso when people are producing films they struggle when it comes to post production kunoti apeze malo oti atha kukadekha ndikumapanga edit film yawo ndikumapanga za sound. So we want one house to have the place where you can shoot, where you can edit, do your post-production. Ngati mulibe malo oti muonetsere mafilmu ya anu. Have a little movie studio there where you can showcase your stuff. So that's the vision. And also to continue telling Malawian stories authentically. And people should be able to say, no, this is a Malawian story. But because it's a Malawian story, it has to have that quality and international stuff. So like The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, you could tell it's a Malawian story, but it was done so well that you will say, "Kodi film indi yaku Malawi kapena?" Yes, so that's the goal. That
so zomwezi zokhala mu studio zikuvanga setting yaku Malawi. Those the stuff,
So we want to reach that level. We want to improve where people say, izizi ndendi zaku Malawi tukufanana ndi aku South Africa, tukufanana ndi aku Zambia, tukufanana ndi aku America, tukufanana naso ndi aku Nigeria. So that's the goal. We learn, we improve. There's one saying that I love. This other actor from Britain, Benedict Cumberbatch, he said, in art, you fail well and you fail better. So it's a journey of failure, but you improve on your failure. So you fail well, you fail better. So we want to improve to the point that our failing becomes the best failure, you know.
Exactly.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, you'd have to listen to Benedict Cumberbatch.
Wow, that would be a dream come true.
Listen, he's the Marvel guy, so
Yes, the Marvel, Doctor Strange.
Komano, the way you're saying it, I think for my creative scene out there, having listened to your story, they have to be motivated. I think I'll mention the cameraman behind. Brad, we were talking this other day. This other person, Amabanga VFX, my effects and something like that. But when you look at these particular effects, you'd actually appreciate, okay, we actually have my creatives. It's just a matter of embracing them and using them the right way. Instead of and then you just leave them out. I think we have that problem. When we see a creative, it's easy. We just leave it like that. That's the very same story, I think, with The Boy That Harnessed.
Yes.
Timazona more simple. We don't have that deeper view to whatever this particular person is actually doing. And also looking at your story, if your craft wouldn't have been there.
No, it wouldn't have been.
It would have been very difficult. But to get out is banga embracing kind of just I think just today, my niece. it's a crazy story, but anyway, my niece, and I'm seeing that phone that day. Anna, Masiwa no YouTube and whatever. I'm seeing that phone. I use the phone. I'm heading out. When the father came back, and I was already my video very much. Like, you know how they do it on YouTube. Please subscribe, whatever. And then she was telling stories. There's a number of videos in my phone. So when you look at that, sometimes has a certain interest. But as parents, sometimes we do not really nurture them, which is a problem. That's why the creative industry, and Togudi, they have the talent.
Yes.
Komano, they're not nurtured like that. So, I'm glad, Kudi, you took that leap of faith. And followed your dream.
Yes.
Just to also share my story. Okay. More mechanism manga when I was growing up. Silila kwambili modeling. Modeling.
Yes.
Ndimakhala interested mpaka not mapanga now participate kuma secondary kucha kumaenda misjanjani kumaenda and I liked the fact that my dad, there's no single day mina nandipanga ku crush as much as the society manena hey mwana uyabanga akusokonekera alowelela cha koma ine my dad was supporting me amaito ndifusa kuti kodi mwenda zina zoenda zama miss zili kutiko and actually mandita not my miss Malawi.
Exactly.
You know, so we need my supportive parents ajona kuti as much as it in manorms ota mapanga you azibwera bendu kupanga guide ana ajaona kuti you can do this in a good way as much as kuti ku industry kuma ndi industry yonse kuma kazo sokonikira koma umpange nesha mwana wako uja to understand understand kuti chabwino ndichiti cholakika ndichiti in the end tikauti tikupanga build matalent ambiri family matalent ena ampira ngati nayo mayanga madandaula foti ankasewera mu national team ya netball so zinazapezeka kuti awaletsa you know zikhalidwe zaya sokonekera ya maukule ena madandaulo tikalia yawo pati yawo inali imeneyo and inapangidwa shutdown so I think it went at sinted mindset makolo azibale tizingwathandizana athu akudziwa cho yipa ndi chabwino komanso ndikwapanga guide fair kuti mukakumana ndi zokhoma koma ino do ABCD
you coming here, you have made us open up.
I've seen good mwamasuka
thank you very much for sharing your story as well.
Thank you.
We appreciate you coming to the podcast as well. It's always inspiring Mouse and trainer about your story. They have similar paths as well, but they don't know how to actually take it. So yeah, it's been great. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me.
We appreciate.
It's been a normal conversation. I didn't feel like I was being interviewed. I was like, wow. Thank you very much. I feel like I knew you like 10 years ago. Good conversation. So thank you very much.
Yeah, that's how we're supposed to do it anyway. You're welcome. All right. So that has been it. Thank you very much for tuning in to Tithoke podcast. Yeah.
Thank you.